Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Behind me is my Harbor Freight trencher, and I don't know if anyone's done an actual review on these yet, and I haven't really looked, but I've had it for about 16 years. This is one of the first ones that was sold in my area, so I just thought I'd do a quick honest review of it and give you my thoughts. So when I bought this one, Harbor Freight was still fairly new, and you could use 20% off coupons on anything. I used to get them in the mail like every week, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, and a lot of times they had 25% off coupons. And since they were still a new company, a fairly new company, you could use it on anything. So when I bought this one, it was on sale, and I was able to use the 25% off coupon on it. So I paid like right around $2,000 for this brand new. And so the first one that I bought, right after I put it together, started it up and used it, the hydraulic pump went out on it. Of course, I took it right back and got a new one. I got this one here, and it's worked fine ever since, as long as you use it the way it's intended. It's got a few weak spots that I'll show you here in a little bit. Now there's a sign on here someplace that says not for highway use. I do pull it down the road. If you take the bucket off, then you can pull it. It pulls fine down the road, 55, 60 mile an hour. If you have the bucket on there still, then it kind of wants to drift back and forth because there's too much weight on the back. So when these originally came out, they all had orange cylinders, and now their replacement cylinders are these red ones right here. That one and that one there. And the reason those are red is because I bent this middle cylinder here twice, digging something that this wasn't intended to dig, which was, I was digging out a couple like 18-inch pine stumps, and there was too much pressure on the cylinder here, so it bent the cylinder. And once it bends, you can straighten it out, but it'll never be the same. So you can see like right here is the dent where the cylinder, when it bent, had so much pressure, it just went in and put a big gash in the boom right there. So I bent that one, and then I took one of these other cylinders and put it in its place while that one came. I did that one twice. That's why that red one is on the front there too. So it comes with a 13-inch bucket. When I bought mine, the teeth and the shank was all welded together, and like 6 months or so later, they made teeth that actually came off. There's a pin right down here, and you can take these teeth off and get new ones. Also, if you get one of these teeth hung up on a root while you're digging, if you put too much pressure on it, you will rip the weld off the bottom of the bucket there. I did that to 2 of these teeth, and I welded it back on, and then I got it hung up on another root, and that time I just ripped the whole. It's got a 1 inch shank right here, and I just ripped this one completely in half. And the same thing, this one right here, you can see where I welded the whole shank back on there, and that one there. I also welded a hook on the back side of it there. It's just a piece of I think that's, I don't know, 1/2 inch rebar. I just heated it up and bent it around and welded it on there. I think this thing will pick up, I don't know, 450 pounds. That may be a little bit much, but it's a lot more than what you can do by hand. So one of the things that drawed me to this, besides the $3,000 price point in the coupon and sale, was the fact that this thing only weighs 1,300 pounds, and the ripping force at the bucket was like 4,400 pounds. So I thought, for what it is, I thought that was a lot. And for like digging trenches, I dug the footers for my house with this. It should easily dig out like 6-inch trees. I do that all the time. I'd absolutely buy one of these again. Now, I do wish it had tracks on it. That'd be nice, because it is kind of a pain trying to move it around, but it is what it is. Also, the hydraulics aren't the fastest, but for what it is, it works. So 16 years ago when I got this, there wasn't much of an option for anything else. There wasn't any of these micro excavators around that you could just like fit in the back of your truck or on a trailer. None of those were around back then. Well, that's just my thoughts on this. I thought I'd share it with y'all. If this is something that you're considering getting, I'd absolutely go ahead and get it. I think it's well worth the money. The engine's been great. This is the original engine that came with it. So my thumb here is just this is a piece of 1/2-inch channel off a John Deere 350B dozer undercarriage that was wore out. I just cut a piece, I think that's probably 12 inches, 2 of them, and I welded them together. And this here is just, I think that's 1/4 by 3-inch flat bar. It doesn't work that great, but when I did this, there wasn't anything else offered, like on Amazon or eBay, anything like that. And for what it is, it works. I'm gonna end this video here. It's just a real quick overview of this, I guess. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I probably got the answer to them. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, hit that thumbs up, turn on those notifications, and I'll catch y'all the next time. Have a good one.